Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Thursday morning, can you believe this is the last day of May? That's hard to believe. There's a full moon right there that's pretty bright and spectacular. And today, finally, I'm able to tell you that tropical connection, that tropical plume of moisture with the remnants of Alberto is starting to break down. So I have a story about fewer storms. I mean, there'll still be storms, but not as many, and also some hotter days ahead. We'll also update the weekend forecast. I had to adjust the rain chances. An approaching frontal system will affect the rain chances, especially later on in the weekend. And boy, that front could bring some rare relief here. You know, we don't have many fronts this time of the year in this part of the world. But first, we have to look back. I have to show you this map. This is what Alberto did to Alabama. Now, remember, about a week ago, more than a week ago, I was standing here and you and I were talking about the models were printing out some potentially horrific rainfall totals in Alabama with Alberto, and they panned out. Look at this.
Astounding rainfall totals. Well, you see the pink area on the map there in central Alabama and west central Alabama, that's 6 to 8 inches. And the purple area, 5 to 6 inches of rain. And look at the path all the way from Laguna Beach, Florida, up in through central Alabama. That's the path of Alberto into northwest Alabama. So the computer models were right when they were printing those ridiculous numbers that we saw a few days ago. So the tail of Alberto, that tropical plume, is starting to break down today. The system is still located over lower Michigan, but the effects of Alberto now fading. So there'll be storms around today, but fewer storms in number as we start to go back to a more routine forecast. Now, this is future radar. As we take you through the day today and into the evening hours tonight, notice there'll be showers and storms around and most prominent in the afternoon and evening hours, but not as many storms as we've seen over the last few days. So scattered showers and thunderstorms with partial sunshine and high temperature teetering near 90 degrees. I think the rain chances are probably in the 40% range. Not every town will get wet. Tonight's low 72. Tomorrow, a hot and humid day. Spotty storms. I've got the rain chances relatively small tomorrow. And the heat builds and will be in the low to mid-90s on Saturday with some hit-or-miss storms around the area. But I think the rain chances will get better Sunday. More on that in a moment. This particular model printing 94 Saturday. Well, I don't know. We may make it there. We'll certainly be in the neighborhood, and it's going to be very humid. The heat index will be high as well. On Sunday, oh, look at that. A frontal system approaching from the northwest on Sunday. So we're going to have to take the rain chances a little bit higher on Sunday afternoon. Still highs in the lower 90s, but I think the rain chances are, maybe 60%, so a good chance of getting wet again. But look, the front may go into South Alabama Monday and make it all the way through. That doesn't always happen this time of the year, but we'll see. That would bring a little bit of relief as far as lower humidity and fewer storms and maybe no storms and a nice break from the tropical jungle that we've been stuck in for the last several days. That would be a good thing. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. I've got the rain chances small on Friday, then a 40% chance perhaps Saturday afternoon with a high of 93. Ouch. And then Sunday, the rain chances pick up to about 60% as that front approaches. Then maybe some nicer air Monday and Tuesday back behind the front. That would be nice. In fact, the GFS shows how we will be 90 or above Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But then it shows kind of a nice break with lower humidity on Monday and Tuesday. Oh, boy, that would be great. Meanwhile, we look at the beach forecast for the beaches from Gulf Shores to Panama City. Rain chances relatively small Friday and Saturday. A pretty routine forecast. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. And then Sunday, the rain chances a little bit higher. Gulf water temperature now at 80 degrees. Tropical weather outlook for the Atlantic, Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico. We see Alberto circled up there in Michigan, but nothing else out there, as we're just about to start the hurricane season. Oh, the GFS is advertising something coming out of the Caribbean in a couple of weeks. We'll see. Meanwhile, our weather app has been phenomenal over the last 3 days, keeping you up to date on watches and warnings instantly. It has really performed, and if you don't have it on your phone or tablet, get it today. Go to the App Store and search Rich Thomas Weather. It is worth it.
Hey, Saturday night, set your DVR for Safe for the Storm at 6 o'clock on the Alabama News Network. That'd be CBS 8 and ABC 32. I've got kind of a cameo appearance there. I'll be talking to Shane Butler on there. Part of a new partnership that we have with the Alabama News Network that you'll hear more and more about in the future. I'll be live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1 with Greg, Jay, Emily, and your forecast whenever you want it across the dial on 8 radio stations, the Blue Water family of stations. Another video for you first thing tomorrow morning. Can you believe that'll be Friday, June 1st? And guess what June 1st is? The start of the hurricane season. I'll see you later. Rich